Hello and welcome to another edition of ZigTalk, and today we have an interesting topic, which is
the Honda CBR250R, the all-new version, so to speak, which has been a very popular motorcycle since it was introduced. But back then the reasons were different from what it is today, and it did kind of fade out.
It kind of disappeared in the middle, but it came back at Auto Expo with a bang, sort of. We have a video from the Auto Expo discussing the CBR250R, the new one. It's there. But that brings us to the topic of our video, which is it still relevant today?
Exactly.
But before we dive into that, I think let's quickly look at what's changed and what has stayed the same from the older CBR250R.
So how has it changed in terms of pricing? Not a colossal difference.
Pricing is not a huge difference. It's about 2,500 rupees more for the non-ABS, about 3,000 more for the ABS version. But it's not cheap by any means. It's still about 1.63 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi for the non-ABS, 1.93 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi for the CABS version.
Not competitive. Let's just put it in the very obvious
pricing
sense.
is a little bit.
But how has it been? It's been kind of similar throughout the years, right? Even the new version.
Mechanically, so the chassis, suspension, brakes, engine. It is BS4, but same power, same torque. So mechanically, there's no change. Visually, the basic styling stays the same.
Exactly, and the thing that complements it is the all-new body graphics that you got, which we do like. But the graphics have been changed after update. I mean, it's kind of become their forte
Honda's
right now.
Thing,
new graphics. Oh my God, so new! But that aside, they've also installed a new LED headlight, which again,
Honda's new thing.
It's not a revolutionary thing. It's been happening right from the Activa onwards, and they introduced. It's a nice thing.
Yeah.
We won't argue with that. But yeah, it's not a colossal or major difference.
Not really.
So it makes you wonder, is it that relevant? Who is this for ultimately? What is the argument?
So when you start looking at its competition, because our competition has moved ahead. You have bikes like the Apache RR310, you have bikes like KTM, Bajaj has also got some nice bikes in that segment.
Precisely.
And it's a little difficult to
justify that kind of price and proposition because there was a time when the CBR first arrived, it seemed like it was something revolutionary, something new, and fared motorcycles as they were back then, they're still as popular today. But now with these kind of performance figures and hair-raising numbers and specifics,
it's kind of difficult to sort of see where it fits exactly.
I mean, look at the RR310. It's very good performer on the track. It's not that difficult to live with in the city.
We have video of that as well.
Exactly,
like a full-blown video.
The real-world test.
Yeah.
So, but then it does have certain stumbling blocks, like it's a bit vibey, and that pillion seat.
Pillion seat is just not doable.
Exactly, and then you can argue that you have a value for money proposition like the Bajaj Domina 400.
Almost similarly priced, but it is a bit Bajaj in that sense. So a little bit of vibes and build quality.
Few issues here and there.
It's not all the way there, I would say.
Exactly. And what if for you a deal maker in the ultimate sense is I want a fared motorcycle. I want that look for my bike. That
only leaves you with just the Apache, which is okay. We've ruled out for a little bit now. And the KTMs, which you can't, the RCs, which you can't really live with on a daily basis. They're a little too aggressive.
You can, but that's probably if you chuck down 5 cans of energy drinks every single morning and that's your breakfast.
They are arguably had to be fit. Like you can't be like this.
Well built. Well built.
And then ride those every day. They're like too extreme.
Exactly.
So in that sense, that CBR250R makes a lot of sense. It's very comfortable for the rider. The seat is just so nice. The posture isn't too aggressive. And even the pillion seat, I mean, you can actually carry a pillion on that every day, no problem.
Exactly. And I mean, I've lived with this because my brother had one of these, and it feels so effortless because even if you don't have a pillion, you've got enough capabilities in terms of luggage. You'll have the right number of options for saddle bags or tail bags. You'll even have reliability wise. It's so easy on the pocket to live with. So it does make a lot of sense in that aspect.
If you want to go touring, it'll sit at 100 kph all day long, no problem at all.
Precisely. So ultimately, does it justify that price with these factors considered?
On paper, it's almost impossible.
Not good.
Like you look at equipment levels, the KTM's, TVS has taken the game far ahead.
Exactly.
In terms of value for money, Bajaj is always killing it there.
And you could also now begin the big question. Okay, fine, it's a great bike, but there's a better version that exists, if not in India.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, there's always going to be grass is always greener on the other side. So there'll always be a better version of some bike that you get here in the international market. And I get that people are asking for the CBR 300R and the 250RR, which is a twin cylinder.
And we're with you. We're with you
Yeah,
on that.
we want those bikes for sure, but we understand why Honda isn't getting them in a hurry. We get it.
So they still, what Honda's perspective is, one, there is an audience that wants motorcycles like this that may not be the best on paper, but they do make a lot of sense. If not the most value for money proposition, it's still a good proposition overall. And that aside, from their perspective, they're still going to be in scooter land. For them, it's not as much as people comment that, oh, the CBR is wonderful, we should get this new version. There aren't those many commenters who follow through with the purchase, so they have to go with
pure
the
numbers. It's not going to be anywhere close to the scooters or smaller bikes that anyone says. So yeah, again we get that. And
finally, it would be in this way, that when it was first introduced, this was something that appealed to your heart.
It was an immediate,
exactly.
There was no other fed bike
super
like that.
sport looking bike, exactly.
We had it then.
Now, if you were to buy it, it is a very thought through, detailed research that this is my requirement, I need it for specific purposes. That is why I'm. So it's a head versus heart personality change of the CBR250.
And you have to be very clear that you are not kicked about very high performance. That's not your thing. You want a relaxed motorcycle, and you're okay with the fact that there will, the other markets are getting some versions of this which have high performance, but you're okay with 26 and a bit horsepower.
Exactly, livability above all. I can conclude with one more example. I have been in the market for a mid-size motorcycle, something with a twin cylinder, and with my hypothetical budget, I've been looking at an option like the CBR250F and the Kawasaki Z900. Now, technically speaking, if I said get the CBR250, everybody's going to be say, it's more powerful, it makes a wonderful noise, etc., etc. But for me, by my requirements, I just want a calm, easygoing tourer that I can live with in the city, on the highway, tour with, go camping with, everything. And from that perspective, the 650F just does make more sense. And also, I want a fat motorcycle. So that is the kind of argument that we're putting forth over here, that everything on a spec sheet is not the only deciding factor for a purchase. So that was our reason for a rant/discussion on this edition of the ZigTalk.
Even in today's day and age, you can find that one niche that the CBR250 fills out pretty well, better than most other bikes. And so in that sense, it is still a bit relevant.
Exactly. So thank you so much for watching this edition of the ZigTalk. If you don't agree with us, go ahead and let us know in the comments. You can post all those lovely memes.
Even if you agree with us, please post
let us know about that also. So give us a thumbs up, give us a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the ZigWheels YouTube channel. And if you'd like to have us or anybody else from the team having discussions about a topic that you hold close to your heart, let us know about that in the comments as well.
And we shall get back to that ASAP.
Thanks for watching, and goodbye.
Goodbye.